Milne here with the 50x Challenge, and I've got some really exciting news. If you look down and see these boxes, this is part of the exciting news about the next adventure. Hopefully you caught the post a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago, I don't remember which it was, but talking about the next big adventure that I'm planning to do. And as you see here, I'm now partnering with Aviator Paramotors. I'm not going to tell you what's in here just yet. When we do the unboxing, that'll give you some idea. I think most of you guys know CorsAir because they've helped me out in the past and been fantastic sponsors in helping me on some of those previous adventures. Helix, as you guys know, I'm a team pilot for Helix Propellers, and I'm very excited that Offgrid Aviation, who provide the off-grid cruise control throttle, probably the safest cruise control throttle out there, are also once again getting involved. So what is it that I'm going to be doing? Should I mention yet? I mean, if you haven't been to the 50xchallenge.info website in a little while, you should definitely go check it out because a lot of the news is there. But if you are not following me on any of the social media platforms, especially YouTube, or liking me and so forth, you're going to miss a lot of the stuff. And I'm also planning to do free giveaways. So if you're not liking me on TikTok or Facebook and all of those platforms, then you won't be eligible for some of those giveaways. But as we keep moving through the next month or so, as I'm finished the preparation work for this big trip, it's you're gonna miss out. It's probably the best way that I can put it. So with that, that's the exciting news. I guess I'll just spill the beans. Okay, I'm gonna be doing a big ocean crossing. I'm gonna initially do a training run out of Florida, about 90 miles across water to the Bahamas, and that will be the initial trip. And then I'm actually trying to fly back from the Bahamas back into Florida, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult with the traditional wind pattern. And once those training runs are over, then the real big news is that I'm trying to do about 185 miles out of Florida all the way down to a different Bahamian island, and that's pretty much at the extreme length of an unsupported foot-launched paramotor flight, and within the legal limits of the 5 gallons of fuel. So I'm pretty excited about it. This trip was supposed to happen last year and too many things got in the way, but I managed to put it back together this year. And I have a couple more sponsors lined up, like uAvionix and so forth. But I'm really excited. So we're gonna, in the next video here in the next couple days, I'll actually start unboxing this, putting the equipment together, and show you some of the great stuff about the Aviator Limitless frame. Oh, I spilled the beans some more, didn't I? Anyway, I guess I'm a little excited about it, and it's been a long time coming to come and do another trip. So with that, please make sure that you're doing all the follows and the likes, and we'll catch you again in the next week or so. Well, I'm going to start the unboxing for the ocean crossing. I'm going to start with the box that Aviator sent me. If you haven't guessed already, it's the frame. It's the Limitless frame from Aviator. It's made in the same factory as the Liberty Paramotors, so if you're familiar with Liberty, and they are titanium frames. They made some slight modifications between Limitless and Liberty, which increases particularly the strength and makes it better for the vast majority of people, I would say. And so that's one of the reasons I went with Limitless. Here it is. guessing this is going to be the harness. Dudak power seat, the comfort light. Woohoo! Exciting. There it is. One of my favorite seats. These will be spars. So there's the frame. This is the back part, of course, and we'll start to get to put the hoop together. One of the things I do like about the Limitless tanks that they've been doing, and is the fact that I think this is a 19 liter tank, or at least about 4.7 gallons. Is they also have the fill cap here right on the side. And as you know, with most of the other models, that fill cap is somewhere here on the inside, and so that's a little bit more difficult. So it's one of the things I really do like about the Limitless frame. And then you'll notice here that the drill pattern on the engine mount supports a lot of different engines. And so this was another fundamental reason why I really wanted the Limitless frame, is because I can put in whatever engine I would like to do. And obviously, you know, a lot of people tend to fly Veterazi, but I fly CorsAir because the cost of maintenance and the reliability has been so fantastic. And you know, they've just been great people to work with. So that's a big benefit. And then of course the swing arms here, one of the big differences on both Liberty and Limitless is the fact is that these arms here can actually be vertically adjusted for torque compensation and for comfort, and that is not something that you would see on the vast majority of other frames that are out there. So that's a substantial plus in my mind in terms of customization that you can go ahead and do. So this will be my first time. You probably won't want to watch me assemble the whole thing, but I'll record some of it and we'll make sure that there. Aviator did put out a fantastic video where I think it was Neil or maybe the videographer went ahead and assembled it, and it's an excellent video, way better than I'm going to produce. But I wanted you to see this first part here of me getting the frame, unboxing it, and we'll cut away here for a second. Then I'm going to go ahead and open up the CorsAir engine, because that's another very, very exciting part of this this particular trip. If you remember during the cross country, one side, coast to coast, for the coast to coast, goodness gracious me, so for the coast to coast, I had a Black Devil 172 from CorsAir, and that engine was absolutely fantastic. And I kept that engine for 5 years. I personally probably put on 300 plus hours on it, and it was going to keep going even longer than that. I'm eager to open this box because I was told there was a nice new surprise that should make fuel efficiency and the reliability of this engine even better than what it was before. And one of the reasons I like CorsAir so much is because a lot of the manufacturing is done by Milne, and of course Milne, as far as I know, still produces a lot of the materials that are used in Vespa and other very, very popular mopeds that are used around the world. So the quality of the machining and the materials are just second to none, and that's a big reason why I'm such a huge fan of CorsAir. Now that you'll be able to put it on a Limitless frame, even better. Alright, so I'm going to start unboxing the engine from CorsAir. I'm terribly excited about this. It's been almost 5 years since I had the last one, and so I'm pretty excited here. In, come take a look. Lots of polystyrene. But look at that. One of my favorite things here with the CorsAir engine too is the fact that this exhaust makes the machine so much quieter than you can get on everything else here. If you come all the way in and take a real close look here, I don't know if you can see this from there, but this exhaust here, you'll see is one piece coming straight out of the manifold all the way down to here. And to my knowledge, they haven't had a single one here crack or break over the last 2 years. So, when you look at how some of the other manufacturers, they'll have a joint here with a brass bushing and another one here with brass bushing, and you have to replace that every 50 to 100 hours. That's quite a bit more maintenance and effort. You have to remove all the springs, probably replace the springs and all the safety wire and all the rest of it. So to me, this is a really big advantage of this engine, and the fact that it is quieter and so forth. We'll have to clean that out. Obviously that rubbed against the engine, but You notice here there's actually a little bit of dirt on, so they ran this engine for me to make sure that it was all good. So that's another thing I like about it. I know that the engine I'm getting is going to be pretty much in one piece. If you're coming around that way, I think the surprise is actually here. Let's see if I can actually get this all the way out. All right, here we go. You guys see this over here? Not one spark plug, but 2 spark plugs. And so 2 coils. So one of the things that I'm going to appreciate for this ocean crossing is the fact that if I did have a problem here, it's unlikely to happen on both from a spark plug perspective. But the general mindset around this is 2 spark plugs will generally create more efficient fuel burn. And so I'm hoping that that's exactly what I get, where traditionally on my last engine I had about a 15 to 20% better fuel efficiency than I had with my Bitarazi, and I'm hoping to get at least that on this one. So for me, just a very exciting day. I absolutely love this engine. I'm so excited, and stay tuned as I put it all together. So there we have it, the CorsAir Black Devil 172 sitting on the Limitless frame, and it went on pretty easily, just 4 bolts, and ran the pull cord through, and there it is with the top spar on. I just got the 2 side spars, the swing arms here. One of my favorite things here that you get with Limitless and with Liberty is the fact is that you can vertically adjust the swing arms, and of course you can adjust them horizontally as well. To me, that makes it very, very configurable, particularly when it comes to torque compensation. So I'm excited to actually get to try that for the first time myself. I kind of like the way this has all come up through from the engine. So pull start comes up through, drives through the guide here, and then of course you can switch this either side depending whether you prefer left or right. Because I'm a left-hand throttle guy, I've moved it over there, and so this should make it nice and easy to work with. See here, so I don't know if I mentioned this, but the exhaust is basically one piece now, and you'll see heavy duty springs that hook in here. Those don't look like they're going to break anytime soon. I haven't heard of any issues in the last, I think it's almost 3 years since they've had this configuration out, and they even tacked the silencer right to the main exhaust pipe there, so that clamp is just really there to properly secure it and create an exhaust seal. I really like the black. I used to like the orange, but I tell you, the black is really sexy there. And of course the dual spark plugs should make it even more fuel efficient. They got rid of the shroud that came through, so I'm pretty excited about it. Should be a little lighter and stronger, more fuel efficient, and really excited to see Limitless and CorsAir working together here, and follow on for the next piece. So got the Dudak power seat in. Only thing I still need to do is the hang points and stick my carabiners in. Got to figure out where my soft links are for that. But got that set up, got my fuel line set up here as well, coming up down below there and all the way up and straight through. This gives me the opportunity to be able to look at things with a mirror, which is how I want to be doing it. And then finally, Got my throttle installed, coming all the way around. And those of you that know me, this off-grid throttle here is by far the best cruise control throttle out there. Absolutely love this thing. Micro adjustment here, super safe because you can just go ahead and click it and it will disconnect the cruise control. Basically nothing else out there does that, so I'm very, very excited about it. Anyway, that's the next step. Final step now is going to be able to put the hoop on. Well, I got a complete build now. Limitless frame, CorsAir Black Devil 172, and Helix. It's fantastic here. So complete build, ready to do my break-in, and next, once the break-in is done, hang test, and then get ready to fly. Of course, the off-grid cruise control throttle, and here we've got the Dudac Power Light harness on this unit. Really just an absolutely exquisite machine. Couldn't be more excited. Hey there, I can't believe it's finally together. Thank you Limitless, thank you CorsAir, thank you Helix, thank you Offgrid Aviation, but I have a fully assembled Paramotor, and I have done my hang test. I think I've got it where I need it to be now, and a few minor adjustments still to make. I'm going to bring this swing arm in just a little bit. It's one of the great things with Limitless, where it makes it nice and easy to adjust both horizontally and vertically. And so this horizontal change to begin with is just going to help me out a little. I'm going to see about whether I can even move these hook-in points just a little bit further forward. But right now this is where I need it to be for my CG to be all correct. So I'm really excited. The next step is to, already got the gas in, but to fire it up, do my break-in, and hopefully even get to fly it in the next day or so. So thanks a lot. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow on all the different socials. And I look forward to showing you the next phase. Might even have a couple pictures loose with some of my safety equipment. And over time I'll do a video specifically on safety equipment and some of the planning that we did. Catch you on the next one. Well, here I am, fully dressed and ready to get into the Paramotor and get ready for my flight. This takes quite a bit of time to get into the dry suit and all that kind of stuff. It's really uncomfortable. And right now it's a little bit tight around my neck, so we'll need to make some adjustments there. But the next step is to put the motor on and get ready for a launch. So it's November 7th, and just got out the Drim. Good old bruise here. Kind of evidence of what I've been dealing with this last year, so I thought I would share it with everyone. Most people don't know this, but I had planned the ocean crossing for December of 2024, and a number of things started to work against me around about October last year, which kind of put things on hold. And two of those things turned out to be health related for me, which I've been pretty healthy most of my life, and short of plenty of broken bones, I've never really had any issues. But I landed up with two substantial diagnoses, and one of which, had it not been for the fact that I'm a pilot and I needed a renewed medical, I probably wouldn't have found it, and I probably would have been dead very, very suddenly in less than 2 years. So it was kind of a little bit of a wake-up call for me, and something sort of I really wasn't anticipating. But here I am a year later, and I'm 100% healthy and everything's taken care of. And here am I getting ready for the ocean crossing. I think the biggest challenge I've had is that, I've really struggled to sort of rebuild physical strength more than anything else. And I've been very lucky. I've done quite a bit of sort of discovery flights for people this year, and haven't had an opportunity to foot launch a great deal, but I'm now working on that and getting stronger by the day. So it's just a very short, brief update of where I'm at. And today was the first day back as a gym rat. I've never really been much of a gym rat my whole life, but today went back in, and it's part of sort of building up that last bit of physical strength that I'm going to need. I'm estimating I'm going to need about 60% more, or about 60% of my weight is what I'm going to be able to carry, in addition to my own physical weight. So I just passed the stress test, so that's all looking good. And now it's good to just keep building and try and get ready over the next month or so, and get ready to fly over the ocean and do all 3 trips, 2 training runs of about 90 miles, and then one really big one. Physically, the biggest issue is going to be just trying to get off the ground with the amount of fuel, but mentally, that's also going to be a pretty big deal, being that far over water, where if things don't go well, that you're going to land up in the water. And so part of building some strength and stamina is for the worst case scenario. So this is going to be my final update on where things are at before I make the trip out to Florida to actually do the ocean crossing. As you know, I have been preparing all the equipment and training for the last month and a half, I think. And here we are at the sort of the final stage. And so today what I'm going to do is show you sort of my equipment list, and particularly some of the safety equipment that I have. I know that's a question from a lot of people, and I know there've been lots of comments about why I decided to do certain things. So I'll try and cover some of that stuff, but like all paramotor pilots, we kind of have our own decisions to make sometimes. So in terms of wings, as you see here, I've got a stack here. I've got everything from Ozone to DaVinci and Dudak. So I'm going to have a quiver of about 3, maybe 4 different gliders to select based off the final decisions. Most of the testing that I did was actually on the Ozone Viper XC, but I might need something faster for the very, very long trip. You guys are familiar, of course, with my CorsAir engine, the Black Devil 172. I'm so excited to be working with this engine again. Took a little bit of setup, but I finally got it up and running, and really happy with it. One of the big things that I actually love about this unit, of course, is the fact that it has the dual spark plug, and that should make things just a little bit more fuel efficient. You will have all noticed that I added my extra fuel tank to the very top here. I know a lot of people ask me about why I decided to go this approach instead of over the bladder. I just decided for what I'm looking for that this was a little bit better. And as you see, I have the fuel line goes ahead and connects in to my actual fuel tank cap here. And so I have the main fuel tap that I can turn on. I have a quick disconnect, and then I can remove the fuel vent line when I'm actually trying to drain the fuel down. Of course, I've got this on the Limitless frame from Aviator. I got to tell you, I've really been enjoying this frame. I got to do all the micro adjustments to things like the swing arms and the engine mounts and so forth. So really happy with that. Of course, I am back using with the off-grid throttle again. Still the best, safest cruise control throttle out there. Really cool how you can connect it in and just very quickly click on it, and it unlocks. Definitely by far one of the safest throttles that are out there. Of course, my props from Helix. Love Helix. They've actually been fantastic to me over the last few years. And I'll have a surprise for everybody when we get to Florida. I have a couple more props showing up, and I think there's some cool branding on them. Most people won't see this, but there my floats are. They're actually going to go on the Paramotor. They're a fundamental piece to keep the actual Paramotor floating on the top if something bad happens and I actually land up in the ocean, which we're hoping is really not going to happen. My reserve here on the side, most people know that I normally fly with a front mount, but the decision this time was to move it to the side, predominantly because if I have an emergency and I need to be able to land in the ocean, I need to be able to get away and out of the Paramotor itself as I hit the water, and then be able to get back to it and use it as part of my visibility so that people can actually find me. You would have actually seen, I don't know why that blew over, but there you go, CorsAir. Sorry, it blew off. But you would have all seen that I had a dry suit connected. So this is one of my flotation devices, but this is the one I'm actually going to be using versus the one that you saw in my earlier videos, which is twice the size and twice the weight. So I was able to get through my buddy Bill his sailing dry suit, and this is much better suited for what it is that I'm trying to do here. Of course, my helmet's all set up with my aviation band. I'm using the micro avionics again, as I've done in previous times, so pretty happy with that. Some gloves, some extra head connectors so that I can hear my phone quite clearly. The other part that's super critical to my flotation and my safety is, of course, my life vest. So basically, as you see here, there's redundancy between flotation from my dry suit to actually having a life vest. And then I have an EPIRB here. This is my personal beacon, so that once I get to the water, this will automatically activate and notify Coast Guard that I landed in the water and send me some help. So hopefully I won't need that. My Garmin InReach is a second form here. I have a dye pack as well so that I can be visible in the water. And then of course all my radios here actually have aviation band radio as well as a marine radio so that I can talk to people once I'm in the water. And I had a special antenna created for my aviation band, which is going to give me much better reception than your standard little rubber ducky. So that's a very big part of my safety there. Of course, some glow sticks, some stuff to help keep me warm here. These are quick disconnects, so I can go ahead and put these in. This gives me the ability to quickly disconnect my my wing if necessary. I have batteries here that are going to help support my ADS-B from uAvionix. So this is my aviation tracking, and one of the ways that people will be able to follow me as I'm going, so between my aviation tracking and my inReach, those links are going to be posted very, very shortly, and you'll be able to follow me live as I go ahead and do that. My Sentry is my ADS-B in, so that I get to see all the other aircraft that are around me. And then I have some strobes from Aviator, and actually have one more coming from Hunter Strobes. And last but not least, I'm going to need this to be able to get in and out of the country. So a critical portion of that is my paperwork to make sure that I can legally get out of the United States, and more importantly, hopefully back. So I've got about 5 or 6 days as we travel. I'll probably do some more updates, and then once I get to Lake Wales, I have a little bit of tests set up there to do, and be shooting some additional footage. And so stay up to date. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and like and follow on all the other social media. And thank you for following along again. DJ, make it hot like All right, day 2 on the road to Florida for the ocean crossing to the Bahamas. Yoshi and I are ready. I'm here in front of the famous Red Barn at Aviator in Lake Wales, and basically I'm here to put my equipment together, and probably tomorrow morning do a test flight with my ADS-B and my inReach all running, so it'll be a great opportunity for you guys to track me. I'm going to go ahead and add those links at the bottom of this post, and also make sure that if you go to 50xchallenge.info, you'll be able to see the links there where you can follow me real time as I do my flights. And the sneak peek on this is I think it's going to be Saturday to fly from Stuart, Florida out to the Grand Bahama, and hopefully make it back maybe the next day. So pretty exciting stuff. Got a weather window, and there's some other interesting stuff happening with the airspace, which I'm going to cover with another post. Check this out. Branded props from Helix for the ocean crossing. This is pretty cool. Love the sense of humor from my German friends. But we're basically set up, ready to go. Got my strobes from Hunter Strobes that I'm putting on, and have one on the top of my helmet as well. And right now, just configuring my ping. So this guy here allows me to get ADS-B in. This is a couple $100 from uAvionix. Got my Garmin here syncing up, and last but not least, my uAvionix ping, so that I can transmit with ADS-B out. And as you can see here, I'm going to be squawking. Well, that actually doesn't let you see on the video, but I'll be squawking 1202 until they give me a squawk code. And well, we're making progress. Next update coming soon, and with some luck we will be launching tomorrow for a test flight, and then after that positioning, and hopefully we'll go on Saturday. The first flight is really just about demonstrating departing from the United States on an ultralight and being able to fly into another country and land there legally. The Grand Bahama is the initial flight.
Ready to do this?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Aviator Show. I'm here with Harley, Milne, and he is doing the ocean crossing. You've done the 50x challenge, you crossed America, you've flown from Sonoma to Oshkosh, now you're ready to cross the wild blue yonder, the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, not something too many people get to do.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't want to say the last thing on my bucket list, but definitely doing a big water crossing. The open ocean is the way to do it.
Just hear about his process, hear about the equipment and the undertaking, flying this Limitless with the CorsAir across.
It's 185 miles.
And we'll see on the end where you end up.
Hopefully on the shore, yeah.
Yeah, right on, good luck.
Okay, so it's Friday afternoon, and I have a green light for Saturday morning at 0700 for my departure out to Grand Bahama. As you can hear it, I'm at the airport, it's busy. I'm at Whitton Field here in Stewart. And right now it's very busy. I'm hoping it's not quite so busy tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So make sure that you are following the live tracking, and that is available on 50xChallenge.info. And I will have also posted that on my Facebook and Instagram page. So make sure that you're following. If you're gonna follow on like one of the ADS-B trackers, you can get that. My tail number is November 552 X-Ray Charlie, so it should be nice and easy. Wish me luck, and we'll see you on the air. All right, one nervous piece, and then.
You want us all to watch?
You need the light over there?
Only if you wanted to hold it.
Hold your.
Don't move. And you know how the good filmmaker, nobody's in the middle. You know how that goes?
The bomb doesn't hurt.
Yeah!
Woo!
There he is. To the Bahamas and back in one day. Absolutely nuts. There he is.
Look, they let me in.
There he is. I just want to know one thing. How was the glider? That's all I want to know.
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
Sorry for the missing poster. Smile.
Well, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, December 30th. I'm out here at an RC field near Homestead, and this is my launch point for the 185 miles out to NASA today. I'm looking like I'm going to have fairly decent winds at about 15 miles an hour behind me, so that's kind of the minimum that I was looking for, and with some luck it might go up to 20. It's a little overcast right now and some darker clouds, but these should go away fairly soon, and hopefully during my climb out they'll burn off, and very quickly try and get up to about 6,000 feet with this wind. Hopefully my takeoff turns out to be pretty well with the wind that I've got. It's about 6 miles an hour, so probably even reverse territory at this point. As you can see, I have no shortage of gas. I'm really at the full 5 gallons here between my 4-gallon tank at the bottom and my 1 gallon up the top, filled to the brim. So with some luck, that gas is going to last me the whole way. Estimated flight time now is about 3 hours and 45 minutes. That gives me about a 15-minute reserve, which is not very much, but that's what I'm hoping to get. And if I get good strong winds behind me, maybe do it even a little bit faster. So hopefully wish me some luck. This is a big undertaking. Certainly have a few people worried, but a lot of planning and a lot of safety measures have been put in place to make sure that things go well, and I have absolute faith in my equipment, and so with some luck I'll get there relatively quickly. Catch you guys in a few hours. made it. I can't believe I've done it, but I've actually made it all the way into NASA, and I've just got custom communications.